think I am actually about ready to get started. So before I go into the game, I'd like to give a shout out to That Isle Beeve for following. I think he followed right at the end of the other stream, so we just missed him. But in any case, let's switch over to the game. There we go, everything looks great. Sounds okay. So let's head back into the chapter 6 itself. So, currently we're in the past. We're looking to understand the true purpose of the Great Tree that Donna was selected as the maiden. So we're trying to basically infiltrate a garden that's past the valley. We're, I guess, technically in the Valley of the Kings. And now that the royal forces have kind of waned off, we have a bit easier access into it, because the first time we came here in the past, there were guards that blocked our way. Now, I was thinking about something that came up in the previous stream, and I've been thinking about it since Tuesday, so I'm glad we had a little bit of a break in between. But before I talk about that, I want to see if Olga has any more information for us. She says, it's been a few months since the palace closed its doors to the people. Though the queen has issued proclamations, we have not been able to see Sarai. The capital cannot go on without their support. So we're thanking Olga for everything. She's like, now show them why you're the Wandering Maiden. Hi, Sienna.
Maiden?
So chat, I have a theory. I have a theory as to why things are not making sense, and I want to confirm something before I say the theory and feel really silly about it. Can I look at the people that I've already talked to while I'm in this one? Hey Chris, how's it going? So it looks like there's only 2 bosses left, so we're almost done with this area. I was looking at how complete we were with this list. So I actually don't see something that I wanted to verify. So I have a theory, as I said before, about what is going on and why things are not making sense, right? So Sarai is not seen by anybody, but is issuing proclamations. We also know that the Valley of the, the equivalency of the Valley of the Kings, there's places that can only be used of people with high authority, yet the robed figure was able to activate it. So I have a theory, and that theory is that not only is the robed figure Sarai, but that would also imply that Sarai is either A, not an Eternian. Oh, Donna spoke, it kind of threw me off. So that would imply that Sarai is not who she says she is. So there's a strong possibility. I'm not going to say clone. So, I mean, I feel like that's the typical JRPG thing, but she can't be a clone because that would still make her an Eternian. So somebody is impersonating Sarai. Oh, Donna's just going to keep saying we have to hurry. But it's okay, Donna. We're talking about the future that you are not aware of yet for some reason. So I'm thinking that the person playing Sarai and also the robed figure are the same person. And the reason I'm able to make that conclusion is that I think that what is implied before, if we take a long think back to something that happened all the way in the beginning with Donna, is that there was a spirit, or there was an image of a woman, right, when Donna first went to the Great Tree, and that hasn't been explained. So originally I thought it could be Io or Sarai. But if we take that the robed figure is Sarai, and she's not an Eternian, and either she was replaced, or she's an agent of the tree, something like that. But basically she has taken over a position of power and is looking to select the next candidate. Let's say that's what her mission was, right? So then that leaves Io, who we don't really know about, but that flashback to the tree with the woman there could mean... It could mean that I don't think it's the spirit of the tree we're seeing, but maybe it's a spirit of, like, the first maiden or something like that. That's what I'm thinking about. Like, it was clearly a woman that was shown in that one cutscene, so I'm thinking we had some cutscenes about the bandit thief came across the sage, and she was such in awe that she basically stopped her ways. It could be the spirit of the bandit thief. As I think it was implying she was the first maiden, I think. Unless I'm really misremembering something. I'm pretty sure that was implied. Right? Because this was about the tale leading into the tree. And so she was the counterpart to the Rising King, I believe was my takeaway from that. So maybe that spirit is in fact the same person, and she was looking for us because... let me try to fill in the gaps. Now I feel like I'm playing Mad Libs. Okay, so why would she want to help us? So clearly she's not on the side of the tree, but she knows about the tree. So if she was a spirit of the first maiden, that would be somebody who would have the knowledge and wherewithal to know everything that's on the history tablets, right? Because I'm assuming that she was a spirit, because she kind of blinked out of existence before. I joked that she had, like, the protagonist map tools, but I think it's more implied that she was a spirit, because she just kind of faded out while walking away. It wasn't like she, like, did something, like, magic-wise to disappear. It just looked like she faded out. So I'm thinking that she is looking to us because she knows a way to deal with the tree, and I think inevitably we're going to be tested by her in some way very, very soon. We're probably going to fight her, chat. There is like a 1,000% possibility we're going to fight her at some point. I'm convinced that's going to happen. And then the final thing will be revealing that that's her identity, right? Because it hasn't explicitly stated who Io is yet, but I'm pretty sure that's who it is, given the story we've been told so far. And so she'll give us the means to get away from the bad ending, where presumably the cycle continues. I'm guessing would be the bad ending. So if we get all the way to the bottom, we could figure out what the true purpose of the tree was, and or she might have a way to quell it. Maybe not necessarily destroy it, but basically just like put it into hibernation. So that's what I'm leaning on. So if I hard accept Sarai is the robed figure as a fact, that means Io could only be honestly that. And since the robed figure was able to use the pedestal, I'm convinced that the reason she doesn't show the face is maybe she's been taking the form of Sarai so long she can't unshift. I'm thinking it's something like that. So she could... Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, instead of just, like, impersonating, she could be a shapeshifter. I actually didn't think about that until just now. Like, I just kind of stated it, but... Yeah, it could be a shapeshifter species. We're being approached by one of the people that was supposed to be in charge of the Great Crystal. Hello, Darius. Surely you've realized why the palace should have stored. The days the star fell upon us, the Queen Sarai vanished. So the reason Sarai is not here is because she has to assume the role of, what did they call themselves? Short-term memory. Well, I kind of remember stuff from like 7 sessions ago, but not last session. I was gonna call them the agents of evolution, something like that. They called themselves something along those lines. So she was forced to do it. I feel like because she couldn't play both roles simultaneously. That's why Sarai's not here. I mean, she's still technically helping the kingdom because she could still pen letters while in the other form and not technically give herself away. Oh no, never mind. Darius apparently issued the false decrees. Never mind. Okay, then she just gave up altogether then. Throw that theory out the window. But still, I'm 100% convinced that Sarai is the rogue figure. Oh, Darius can't stand the lies and deception. He's committed terrible crimes. The East Essence Tower has fallen, opening a path to Central District. You should be able to enter from there. Wow, we try to tell him there's hope and he just responds to us, "Do not lie, my lady. Lies help no one. My actions are proof of that." So we're gonna go to the Saren Garden for the truth, chat. So they advised us to go out to the east. So I think that ties most of the pieces of the puzzle together, because I was thinking, like, how... Like, the identity, like, we had open questions there. How did she get access to the template? And it makes sense if basically she was... Ooh, interesting. The citizens are hating us. It would make sense if she was indoctrinated as the royal family, because she would also know about the valley, and that would let her freely go in between anyway. So now the townspeople are not happy with us because they basically lost everything. But unfortunately we know that basically nobody's going to survive, because I don't think we could change the past. The cold is starting to impact people. See, I don't know if there's a way to stall the process. Maybe EO knows that. Guess we'll see how it goes. Oh, the cleric says we'll keep everything together. You never know where our enemies will be hiding. She still believes in us, even though pretty much everybody's doomed. Oh, we got a cutscene.
Sia? You're hurt. What happened to you?
When the building collapsed, she managed to survive. But her sister...
No. Why?
Don't cry, Your Eminence. Mia, she saved me.
Oh, Sia.
Deep down in my heart, I always knew I wanted to be more like Mia. She was so full of life. Before she died, she told me that she'll always be in my heart. So, I know I'm gonna be okay.
Yes, I understand. Truly, I do. Please rest, Sia. You have to get better.
I will. One more thing. Please, forgive my mother. I'm sure she knows it's not your fault.
There's still something I need to finish. I have to go now.
So that's going to be our secret way to go through. Well, let's continue on this way for now. Okay, so they're saying that the previous way we got there is destroyed, so we have to take kind of a detour there. So now that we've gotten up to the central district, we can walk through here and head south.
This area is still intact. Oh. Another vision. This is no time for tears. I can't stop now.
Hey, look! That's her, isn't it? It's the Maiden of the Great Tree! Stop her!
Oh no.
Where do you think you're going, Your Eminence? You running from your guilty conscience? Is that it? I remember I used to see you gallivanting around town, without a care in the world. Playing with children, wandering around the market. You treated your position like a joke! That's why this calamity happened!
That's right! You invited the Star's wrath! You're no maiden to us, witch!
Give me back my daughter! Give me back Mia, you murderer!
Everyone, please. Just calm down. I didn't...
So, you had nothing to do with this?
Rastal?
Hello, Rastal. I was kind of thinking you would betray us, honestly speaking, because I think his father died, and he's gonna blame us for it. I think I mentioned that before. I was like torn between two things, so I would not be surprised if he turns on us here, honestly.
Then please tell me why this happened, Your Eminence. Why didn't you protect Eternia? Why didn't you protect your people?
Rastal.
They found my father's body.
Mm-hmm.
Near the crater, where the falling star landed.
Duran? I didn't know. I don't have an answer for you, Rastal. But as your maiden, and as a friend to all who have fallen and to those who still live, I want to know why this happened more than anyone. I want to know why so many people had to die. I want to know how I can still save Eternia. Still save my people.
Your Eminence.
All hope is not lost. I am Donna Eclusia, Maiden of the Great Tree, protector and leader of the people of Eternia. I never have and never will forsake my solemn duty. I will learn the truth of what happened here, no matter what. Now stand aside!
You really expect us to believe a word coming out of your mouth? Yeah! Get her!
I understand why you are angry.
I know it's supposed to be a very emotional scene, but the speed of those rocks, chat, that got to me. They're so slow. Look at that. It's like they're moving through molasses. Anyway, continuing on with the very serious scene.
But...
Go, Your Eminence.
Rastal!
Hey! What are you doing?
Okay, so he didn't fully betrayed. I did think his father died, but I also did say I feel like he would sacrifice himself for us. So I feel like it was a little mix of both.
You're siding with her? She's the reason your father's dead!
There are things I'll never be able to tell my father now. But I know with all my heart that he died upholding his sworn duty. So I will honor my father's memory by living my life as he lived his. I will keep my promise and protect the maiden at all costs. You, traitor! Get him! You must hurry. I don't know how long I can hold them off.
But...
Don't worry about me. Just let me keep my promise to you.
I promise. I will find out why this happened and come back.
I know you will. You face Rastal, son of Chief Gardran, and I will not allow any of you to pass!
The maiden's getting away!
Out of the way, you!
So she's saying, please be safe, Rastal. At this rate, we won't last long. Oh, we hear a voice. Hello, Atla. So we're just saying we're unharmed. We have to hurry to the garden. Atlas, she's prepared to help, but first I must report what's happening. Yeah, I'm kind of assuming Rastal's dead after that. I'd be very surprised if we see another scene with him at this point. It was reported the Great Tree was glowing with golden light during the star's assault. At the time, we thought the light was the Great Tree displaying a negative reaction to the falling stars, but we now know that Earth's essence surged abnormally before a single star fell. At the center of this essence surge was the Great Tree of Origins. So they know the truth, the tree is trying to kill them. So based on the description of the mineral we saw at the Valley of Kings, it can only mean that the Great Tree of Origins is the cause of these cataclysms. So basically their religion is a lie, or at least that portion of the religion's a lie. I was gonna say, you and chat's enjoying the identical handmaidens. Yeah, I see two purple hair and two blue hairs. They're not important enough to have a real identity, chat. So advisor, the advisor says the sole significance of the temple's existence is now lost forever. What are we gonna do? And Donna replies that we'll learn the truth. They would lose faith in the Great Tree and the kingdom will plummet into chaos. And that's why we have to stay the course? I don't know about that, Donna. I don't agree with that second part. So the advisor says we'll have an arduous road ahead of us. But she's never been more proud of us for making that decision. She says your rambunctious nature vexed me to no end on many occasions. But if it was all leading to this moment, then all is forgiven. She says, I suppose I chose you wisely when I nominated you to become the maiden. We accept our fate. Even if our faith wavers, our duty never will. So they're going to try to help the people. Because that's all the clerics can really do. But we already know it's kind of a hopeless cause. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why are there multiple advisors? Wait a minute. Oh no. I didn't know this was the Clone Society. Well, I guess the impersonator thing, it might not be too far off if there's literally 3 of the same woman. They're all dressed the same and they're all looking at us right now. So yeah, I feel like it's no longer far-fetched that Sarai as an impersonator / shapeshifter. I mean, this is pretty ridiculous, chat. It's like if the camera's gonna turn around, there's just gonna be like 8 Donnas or something. Okay, so they believe in us, and now we're gonna attempt to infiltrate the garden. So let us switch.
For everyone's sake, I need to hurry.
Okay, I just want to make sure we don't miss any dialogue, but let's use this form to go a little bit quicker. We're gonna ignore most of the enemies here. I might take a swipe at some of these, maybe for some resources, but that's about it. Oops. Yeah, this form seems the quickest out of all of them.
Over there, Olga.
The people at the temple are fine. But Rastal is...
Uh-oh, but Rastal is ...
Is he all right?
He's barely breathing, but I'll do what I can.
Okay. Olga, please take care of him.
Okay, now the dialogue is over. Let's continue on.
See something.
We don't care about small leaves, chat. We only want the Essence Stone. Speaking of which... Oh, we just got Strange Mass. That's not what we want, chat. Okay, so we're not allowed to really roam too much here, unfortunately, but we'll do our best.
See something.
Yeah, the feeling up here was where it was the correct path. Then we'll touch that save point, get that autosave. Still can't get that Essence Stone. What a shame.
Forbidden Valley of Kings is up ahead. Please, let me make it in time.
Ouch. Hey, an Essence Stone. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna generally try to ignore most of these enemies. Yeah, that movement speed is pretty nice though, chat. Ooh, a little more Essence Stone. It's good news for us. Ah. Looks like I'm gonna have to turn around because I didn't realize there was a side quest kind of thing over there. I had a feeling there was one up ahead, but I wasn't thinking about over here. And this is why we double-checked the map. Oh, hello, giant dinosaur. Oh, you have, like, a bulging neck, I think? She says, this is an ancient saurian, one of the oldest still living on hallowed ground. It's near death, perhaps that's why it no longer recognizes me. Why, hello there, boss fight. She says, at least let me end your suffering and bring you peace.
Here goes. Right there. Let's reach its power ball to beat this it. Going in. Ha! Right there. Yeah. Right. Here. Right.
Oh, that hit me from the side at a weird angle.
Right there. Right. This is it. Right there.
Ooh, we actually froze it due to the special ability we unlocked. So that's pretty useful. And that was a pretty convincing boss fight, chat. I mean, I used our round dance to kind of float over the fire move, and I think I got clipped by it once, technically. But it didn't really do that much damage. I more got hit by the tail portion of it. Yeah, pretty smooth boss fight all around. And we actually got to see the freeze come in handy, because that just let us get a lot of hits back to back. Unfortunately, we didn't get a team skill during that, or else we probably would have ignored a lot of damage. She says she'll promise to grieve. The monster's lost, but we have to go to the garden.
We did it!
Eternia Quest Saurian Hunt 3 completed. Ooh, that was enough virtue to get to the final door? That's interesting, chat. Ooh, I want to do that very soon. I didn't think we did enough to unlock it.
A vision just now. I need to do whatever I can. All I can. Change!
Well, we're gonna go a little further forward. But before we go in the garden, I definitely want to teleport back to the other sanctuary. I just want to see if I could get a save point a little closer to our next destination without necessarily doing anything plot-wise. Yes, saving Eternia in quotations, Chris. Ooh, what's this? The river is dried up. This is supposed to be supplying water to the capital. So she's wondering what happened. Oh. So the red crystal we saw before, kind of piecing it together, that was the meteor. Remember when we went to the Tower of Baja and there was that large object and it didn't mark itself as like a special location? So they confirmed that's what the star looks like. So let's go ahead and deal with this. So presumably this will unlock something in the present if we deal with it. It says, whatever this falling star is made of, it's incredibly dense. That must be why the current is completely stopped. But if I move it out of the way, the river should flow again. Well, let's move the star. There we go. We got a little bit of a trickle back at least. Plants should start growing again. But with the changes in the weather, I don't know how long that'll take. Donna says she must do whatever we can. I must go soon. I need to trust everyone and keep moving.
Yes! Great job!
Eternia Quest Blessing the Withered Land complete. So yeah, we're definitely getting more and more things done. Chat's saying it's a good thing that she could that she could do this herself without needing all the castaways. It's true. Essence is basically letting her do the job of 20 to 24 people. So it's pretty convenient. And look, chat, I'm glad we didn't go back right away, because it looks like there's a spirit here that'll help us out in combat. Whoa, suddenly dinosaur, chat. So we're gonna release the disturbance, and I think this is the last spirit. So whatever we get from this is gonna aid us for the rest of the game. Spirit says, thank you. Can't believe you rescued me. They know our name and our title. Yeah, who are you and how do you know her name? Spirit says, I'm sorry to alarm you. My name is Celine, Spirit of the Covenants. I was birthed in this sealed land. Due to the land's proximity to the Saren Garden, essence disturbances are more frequent here. Ever since my birth, I've been observing the history of Eternia. Donna says, you must know the true purpose of the garden. Please tell me what I must do. But apparently the spirit says she doesn't have the answer for it. She says, all I can do for you is form this covenant with you. Please accept this power. Well, we'll take a stat bonus, chat. We'll take the stat bonus. So we now possess Celine's Spirit of the Covenants. Donna's luminous style has been enhanced. Golden Seal of Piercing Light attained. So it says luminous enhanced. It says burn effect added to attacks. Dragon Spirit will damage nearby enemies and afflict them with the burn status. Okay. I mean, this just helps us deal with the boss more often. Or deal with bosses quicker. So that could be nice. Celine warns that a dark path lies ahead of us, one of pain and misery. Chad, she knows about us playing Zestiria, I'm pretty sure. She's pretty wise. So she's asking for this. She's asking for us to allow the granting of protection. Donna says you don't need to worry about me. I have people supporting me. Well, Donna, not for very long, unfortunately. At least not in the past. She says it's not every day that a spirit finds itself rescued by a mortal. Please don't lose, says the spirit.
Yes! Great job!
We rescued the spirit, virtue has increased, we're surrounded by dinosaurs, and we're out of here. So again, I just want to touch a save point. Hopefully this will not take us straight to... I'm hoping this is a proper dungeon, is basically what I'm saying. See, this is the room we saw in the present we had to fight to, but I guess we skipped the whole dungeon? Remember that, Chad? I was saying like it looked like there was more to this place. Yeah, Donna says this is a place in Adel's era. I thought there was a... Yeah, see, there's a save point right here, chat. I knew. So we're gonna go ahead and dive all the way as deep as we can into this, where presumably we're gonna have one more confrontation with EO. So yeah, chat, we're not gonna see the big reveal of the identity of presumably Sarai. Interesting rock formations there. It's the chamber of magma. Oh, I see the fire. I see the fire and magma at the bottom. So make sure we touch that just so we get a nice little auto save. Well, we don't really want to mess around with them too much. We do want to get any chest though. Wait, where is that chest? Huh? I don't see the chest. Oh, is it like lower? Hold on.
Heavens. It's so hot. Here goes. You need to be careful. Here goes.
Okay, we're just evading that enemy. Okay, the treasure chest was underneath everything. Oh, you know, I dodged all that just to get hit in the face while rounding the corner. Speaking of which... very rude enemies, chat. Ooh, what kind of crystal is this? Oh, just strange mass. Man, these enemies are really good at tracking, unfortunately. We'll take the medicine, though. I think they got little jetpack boosters just to keep up with us, chat. I'm pretty sure that's why they're so quick. Defense elixir attained. Okay. I mean, this particular form has very low defense, so adding another 3 there will probably help us. Again, we don't have time to really mess around with these enemies. We have plot to get to. So bye, every enemy here. I don't really want to fight you. It's fine. We're cruising on through, chat. We've leveled enough, I think. Wait, where's that last treasure? Oh, it's above me somewhere. It's okay. We'll get through the chaos of every enemy trying to strike us. Yeah, what's in this chest? Power elixir attained. I mean, we'll always take more damage. Would love to do more damage. Okay, so we've ended up on this side. We'll have a little bit of a reprieve. We'll get something called the Undying Flower. Like Rivera's, I think it's an Undying Flower. I very briefly touched that magma and I immediately jumped out. I'm glad I didn't take damage. It's going a little too fast, chat. So yeah, we're just gonna weave on through everything here, and we got a life elixir. So, okay. So we are definitely getting prepared for whatever final fight she has to do. which presumably will involve fighting Sarai, both in the present and the past. Yeah, we gotta go fast, chat. Oh, I think I took damage there briefly, but that's okay. We got another defense elixir. Okay, let's get a nice little running start. I think the downside is she jumps up so quickly that I did the falling strike by accident. Oh, wow, he jumped exactly where I was trying to jump. What a jerk. So again, we're gonna try to ignore these enemies. We don't really need to fight them. Hey, another power elixir. Okay, that just makes our fight easier. Yeah, I'm thinking we'll end up fighting the... I'm just gonna call them the Agents of Evolution, because I forget what they were really called, but... I think we'll fight most of them, and then the tree will have its, like, last manifestation to protect itself, I'm assuming. The tree will probably be the final boss. Inevitably, you always fight the equivalent of God, like a JRPG style game. Or just some natural force that is like all-encompassing. So fighting the tree would make the most sense as the final boss. Wow, we are just zipping through here, chat. We are just not messing around with this at all. And look at that, we've reached the top of this area. There are apparently more treasures and a little place down there. So that seems like a boss room. Let's backtrack real quick just to get the treasure. So we actually cleared that pretty quickly, I must say. So where do you think the treasure is? Do you think it's like all in that area? Because unfortunately when I scroll up and down, I can't see the other treasure. There we go, we evaded through. So unfortunately it seems like there's some place to go there. Yeah, I cleared it too fast, chat. went too quickly. Let's double check over here. Oh, there's like a little teeny bit of the map I didn't explore there, but it's good that we cleared that. So there's also a path over here. Oops, I hit the platform by accident, chat. Let's try that again. Okay, the downside is that she moves so quickly, when I go to do the run, she goes really fast. I did not realize there was a cap of essence fragments, and that was most unfortunate because that was a waste. So it seems like that chest doesn't do anything for us now. Okay. Let me think about this. So let's exit Sanctuary, and then we'll re-enter, because I would like to get those. I have to think about what buttons are the shortcuts. There we go. Yeah, I didn't realize there was a cap either, chat. So let's actually use them. So the cap is 999, which is kind of annoying because you can only buy these in increments of 500. I feel like 100 health is more useful than 3 defense, so I'm gonna take one of these.
Change. Here goes.
Because that way if we're the Earth form, we just have more health and we're tankier. So now we're at a little above 3,000 health. Plus, if we think about it this way, I don't think defense impacts status damage, so I think health will have more of a way there, or a sway there. And we'll be able to get one more upgrade. Oh, I went to the wrong entrance. So let's try that again, chat. So now that we know there's a cap, let's collect those last crystals. Then we can get,
See something.
maybe we'll get, we could get damage up. So we went a little safe, but we don't need to go purely safe. I thought I would clear that without the dodge, but I was clearly mistaken. So let's try that again. Goodbye, enemies. Yeah, the sad thing is, like, either way, even if I had fought all these enemies, I still would have had to have backtracked.
Here goes. Change.
Just due to the fact that we would have hit these crystals. So we got the remaining 34 fragments, and we can go get one last upgrade before we do a boss battle, which is fine. I'll probably take damage, as I said before. I feel like 3,000 health is pretty good. So it said there's a secret path over here somewhere? I mean, from here it doesn't look obvious. Oh, unless the boss arena leads there. Oh, I wasn't thinking about that. Okay, then we'll just continue forward. Yeah, I don't think there was anything we really missed over here. So I guess I'll just break these and move on. Oh, I was hoping for the Dragon Crest Stone from those. But oh well. Just want to check one thing in this room. Yeah, I don't think there was an upper path, right? Yeah, there's not. Again, if we take damage here, it doesn't matter. We're just going to get full healed in front of the boss room. Compared to the other dungeons that or I guess you could call them mini dungeons that we experienced in this place, I feel like this one didn't have any puzzles, so it just ended up being super quick. Like, even though it is fairly big, just the fact that we have this form and double jump and everything else went by pretty fast. Well, anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and ignore these enemies again. We're just making sure we didn't miss anything obvious. Yeah, like I don't see anything we could have taken there. Okay, so let's work back to the entrance as all those enemies try to strike me. And let's get a little more damage.
Welcome. Please, thank you.
As again, damage is very key to just making fights a little shorter. So we have a little extra health for safety and a lot of damage. Okay, so let's have the inevitable showdown between us and EO. Different boss fight first, though. The Stalwart Scarlet Shield. Blasphema. Nice. Okay, it's got a shield. Maybe I have to start with the Rock Stance. Ooh. I'm gonna try to hit it with the rock portion of this strike. Aww. Oh, that actually clipped me. I'm kind of surprised. Okay, let's weaken this enemy up. Goodbye, shield. Ooh, we're doing so much damage, chat. Oh, its weakness is this stance? That's not good for it. This is one of my other favorite stances. Ooh, dodged a little too early, but didn't get punished. Oh, it just dumped me in the lava there. Whoa. Okay, he's getting a bit more aggressive on this final leg of life. So it seems like we are getting a little bit of health regen as long as I'm in Dragon Stance with this, which is kind of nice. So I think I could just kind of tank this and kill it with Sahad form. Because honestly, we are getting an okay amount of health back. And it's barely doing any damage to us now, so we should just win. Oh, that did a bit more though. Okay, we're almost done with it. Let's move a little quicker with this. So there we go, killed it pretty convincingly. We leveled up again, so that'll help us for any final fights that she has to go through. So we unlocked another chest. I'm not really sure what's in it at this point, honestly. And if this isn't the final altar, we're at the second to last one.
I've almost reached the monolith.
Eternal gauntlets attained. And what does this do? Oh, chat! What is this? Chat, what is this item? Please tell me we could get this in the present. Look at this. 100 defense, 1000 health, and crit rate 15%. Yes? Well, every fight just became way easier. Oh no, chat. They shouldn't have given me that. Oh, and the next door's already open. That's interesting. That's a first for us.
Finally, I reached the monolith. But will it activate?
So now I really don't have to worry about defense. I'm glad I got attack up on the other one. So it says, during construction of the villa, an ancient ruin was unearthed. While exploring the ruin, researchers found old records in the areas they named the Wall of Truth and the Garden. When these records were decoded, a terrible truth was revealed. The Tree of Origins, giver of essence, was the harbinger of the world's doom. This revelation undermined all that Eternia had done to achieve its prosperity. Upon notifying the king, he ordered that the ruin be concealed from the public. So this is the Valley of the Kings, if we were to translate it to where we are. It says, unfortunately, an errant nobleman also learned the truth and took matters into his own hand. He proclaims, the great tree will bring about a terrible calamity that threatens all of Eternia. Gathering his most loyal retainers, the nobleman set forth to burn the great tree to cinders. Presumably the tree killed them. Well, anyway, it says the flaming arrows were loosed upon the great tree, which we could see in the mural. And the heavens cried out, and the men who loosed their arrows were swiftly turned to dust. Okay, so we can't just outright attack the tree. The cataclysm had begun. Bolts of roaring lightning carved terrible scars into the land, tearing the earth asunder. The Eternians believed themselves above reproach, that they faced no threats due to their essence. Within their new capital, the cataclysm worked the citizenry into a panic. Yet amidst the horror, there was a group of people who roamed the earth unabated. Uranus ventured across blasted lands, saving many, until he arrived at the roots of the great tree. He says, calm your heart, for this time of tribulation is when the heart is tested most. With these words, Uranus led all who would hear him into prayer. As they prayed, the inexorable march of time continued. Only when they heard the sound of bird songs did the people notice the wind's gentle touch and the soothing kiss of the sun's light. The cataclysm had ended, leaving behind a vast, deep-set scar in the southern lands. Okay, so he was able to stop it and live. That's what we're getting out of this.
The Valley of Kings is where they tried to build the villa. Then the Wall of Truth must be the mural in the depths of the tomb. In the garden. Must be Saren Garden. I'm surprised to find information about Saren Garden in this sanctuary. In olden times, people knew that the Great Tree was the cause of disasters, and those who tried to fight back against the Great Tree were... Even so, I can't give up. As long as I'm still alive, Eternia has not fallen, and neither has its people. Isn't that right, everyone?
Have an ominous looking circle there and another chest. Blue wind staff attained. Well, we haven't gotten any upgrade for our armor, which is a bit disappointing. So what is this staff? Defense plus 10, SP costs half. I kind of like our Stone of Antiquity more. I feel like I don't really run out of... I don't feel like I run out of SP too often, only on boss fights. And we already have a SP cost down. I'd rather get the 40 strength, honestly. So overall, we have a 30% crit chance and 15 evade. But I would really prefer some better body armor. Yeah, no EO this time, which is a bit weird. But again, she could be saving herself up for the final room. So I clicked on the platform and it says a large engraving is contained in the floor. Donna says it looks like the engraving's on the door. What does it mean? I don't see a door leading further on, and I don't believe this is the final floor. She says this is a dead end. I have no choice but to turn back. I mean, it could be an elevator, Donna. So we haven't earned the right to ascend yet. Okay, so no EO. So at this point, all we can really do... Oh, I can't quick travel to the place I was just at? Why is that? That's weird, chat. I guess we don't have the power of warp in the past or something. I didn't really think about that until just now. I was so used to having it. There should be like 3-ish more events, I think. In terms of like what else we could do in the past. But yeah, I totally forgot that that was the thing. But I don't regret going back for the spirit. You know, I'm glad we waited till we had the spirit and things like that, I mean. Well, we'll take these ancient flowers, because they could be useful to us.
We can get some rest.
So now we're going down the King's Road. We'll just go ahead and ignore everything. It's fine, chat. We'll be there in no time. Yeah, we got spoiled with the map transportation skill. I wasn't thinking about the fact that it doesn't work the same way in the past. Just so used to it just working. So we accumulated a lot of strange mass in our inventory because, of course, we don't need to go to the riverbed. So it should just be a straight line to our destination. Hopefully we could get more stones there, and we did. Oh, that was not the best, but hey, we managed to evade every enemy. And now for the confrontation, chat. But now we have another 1,000 health, like another 100 defense. We're fine, chat. We can examine the stone. Donna says this inscription. The inscription goes, in every era exists Seren Garden, into which the collective psyche of species does flow, providing herein nourishment to this tree. Stored within the collective psyche of species, the very will to live. The collective psyche of species across eras has amassed as such, producing power beyond the reckoning, power beyond reckoning for the transcendent one. Thus, when the tree of psyches reaches maturity, disrupting providence and the natural order, the days of weeping shall come to an end. The tree of psyches reaches maturity. Okay, so they have slightly different nomenclature for things we're already recognizing. So she's saying that if this is the garden, then the flow must be the psyches of species. The tree looks really weak. If it grows, I'll have enough power. But at this rate...
You came here after all.
We hear a calm voice speak to us. Familiar figures, chat.
Wardens of evolution.
Excuse me, they were the Wardens of Evolution, not the agents.
Seren Garden. I've not seen this place in ages. As you have come here, I can only surmise that you are not ready to join us yet.
Have you been here before?
Of course. I am the architect of this garden.
What?
Take notice. The water bridges represent each species of a given era. The weak flow from that water bridge is the collective psyche of the Eternians.
Far stronger psyches are required to disrupt the providence of the Lacrimosa. Look upon the Tree of Psyches. See how young it is. The collective psyches of species past are not sufficient to spur its growth.
Was it not made clear to you in your Scarlet Vision?
Oh, they know about our Scarlet Vision.
You have no means by which to save your doomed species.
You have shown remarkable fortitude in the face of this adversity. That is why I think you understand.
So now we have to question one thing as the kind of like the narrative that's being spoken here. So are our visions specifically because of the tree? Can we trust the visions at this point? Because it would be an unreliable narrator? Because it would only tell us what it thinks can and cannot change.
The Lacrimosa cannot be stopped.
Or can it?
But this garden was my last hope.
We shall take our leave of you, Donna. Should you change your mind, please seek an audience with us. We will not turn you away. After all, you are a fellow warden of evolution.
No. It's not over yet. I'm sure he will feel the same as I do. The time will come for this place.
So she just planted a prayer tree there. Presumably this is in the past, but further in the timeline, where the cold has now produced snow. Presumably she's the last one of her species at this point.
I tried to call out to him one last time, hoping there could still be a chance, but it was no use. You...
How long will you continue this folly? The cataclysms have wiped out all Eternians. Even your best friend, Olga, is gone.
See, and now that the fact she knows Olga, the only reason she would know that is she's the queen. So she is confirmed identity, chat.
Olga. She gathered the remaining people at the palace and tried to lead them until the end. It was heroic of her.
I see. Far be it from me to ask you this, but why not allow yourself to feel a measure of peace? Why are you still doing this?
Because there are still people I can save.
Who do you mean? The Eternians are no more.
Not them. Adol and his allies, who are defying the Lacrimosa in the distant future, and the Wardens of Evolution, enthralled by its curse. I can still save them both. So please, let me help you, Sarai.
Uh-oh, so she did know it's Sarai. Look at that, chat. She figured it out on her own. Nice.
So you noticed.
Yes.
It's a foolish notion to think that we could ever be freed from this curse. Do you even understand what you're saying?
I see the way you Wardens look at me. I think I remind you all of the people you used to be.
You wouldn't.
Why is she putting her fingers to her forehead? Oh, she just shot herself in the head.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either, Sarai. That was kind of sudden. What happened here, says Hydra. Minnow says, did she succumb to the weight of her burden and take her own life? She should already know that she is immortal. Oh, I guess that's confirmation there. It isn't just she put herself in stasis. She's just immortal now. Okay. What an impulsive, pointless gesture. Ura says it wasn't. AKA Sarai.
What?
And now she's putting herself in the cradle. Hydra says this was their intention. Once she succumbs to despair, she'll have no choice but to join our fold. Thus, she is refusing to become a warden in the first place by sealing herself away.
Ah.
Esther says, really now, she will most likely awaken when the next Lacrimosa comes to pass. And she will defy us then, too. Minos is asking if she's mad. She's bolder than her countenance would suggest. But how will she find the next warden if she's slumbering here? Hydra says, so long as the Great Tree continues the cycle of evolution, her time will come eventually. Esther says, how curious. Does that insignificant child really believe she is free to choose to defy the Lacrimosa? Ura says, somehow she's able to communicate with the next species. In hindsight, such a power has never been permitted before. Minos says, are you suggesting she was privy to the knowledge we were not? Hydra says, at this time I cannot say anything. Either way, she has chosen for herself the endless uphill path of rebellion. I hardly expect anything to change before the almighty Lacrimosa. Nestor says, our duty is to bear witness to events as they unfold. All we could do is watch over her as the next species takes root. Yeah, Adol might technically be immortal at the moment, but they're also saying she hasn't fully become a warden either. But presumably she is immortal just by having the mark. Presumably. So now we're almost all caught up to the present. So now we understand how she ended up in the tree. And they had to give some context to her doing that because it was rather sudden. And now we are back in the present. So everybody saw the flashback. Hummel says that was more intense than expected. And now they understand what she's endured. I'm gonna ask if she's okay. Not I'm shocked. I mean, I saw it coming, chat, so I'm not gonna say I'm shocked. Donna says she remembers everything now. A bit late to remember, honestly. A little late in the game to kind of remember that. So she says she's been waiting for us. Waiting for the next species so I can bring hope to everyone. Chris in the chat is asking, if we reach the end of Donna's storyline in the past, how do we go back to the temple unless we go there in the present somehow? We can always go back in the past by touching the crystals. Presumably there's some side story stuff that might be completable now. We'll double check. Lexi says that explains why you're not with the other wardens. Saad's questioning how she could seal herself up like that. I mean, it was kind of sudden. I don't think we really had a lead into that. Donna just says she had nothing else she could think of at the moment, and that's why she did it. So now everybody knows we have to go back to the Saren Garden. It's the only way to stop the Lacrimosa. Donna says, its remains were sealed away by the royal family. Even as a maiden, it took a lot of effort for me to learn of its existence. By gathering the collective psyches of species, their very will to live, the garden cultivates the power of which the providence of nature can be defied. Ricotta says she doesn't know what that means, but it sounds really cool. I feel like Ricotta is supposed to be how we feel playing the game when they start using a little bit of Choose language for concepts like that. Hummel says he's surprised it was built by one of the wardens. Okay, so they're saying we have to go back to the Valley of Kings. We planted a prayer tree sapling there, so the garden should be restored in this era. So now they're asking her about Sarai. Why is one of the wardens the former Queen of Eternia? Donna says there's probably more to that than we know at the moment, but we have to hurry to the garden.
Yes.
Sarn Garden is the Valley of the Kings at the bottommost depths of the tomb. Yeah, we've already been there, chat. That's okay, Laxia. We know where that is. Okay, so Donna says we'll explain more as we go there. You may now warp anywhere within the Isle of Sirens, so now we're no longer limited, which is good. So we've explored 90% of the territory. We have a place all the way back here we could finally go to. We have story in the Valley of the Kings. And something in the marshlands? Strange. I don't remember something. Let's go to the marshland one after we get this treasure chest. Yeah, it's saying we can warp anywhere because originally we were restricted to the mountainside and then it wouldn't let us warp anywhere within the palace. So yeah, the treasure's just right over here, so let's grab that before we do any possible boss fights. Uh-oh, did I go the wrong way? I think I went the wrong way. Whoops. I thought it was down the stairs, then I was like, nope, that was just me misinterpreting the map. There was a door right here. There we go. Let's just go back this way. Put in that little help request and we'll go through it.
Alright, let's clean it up.
Everybody gets here with the power of warp. Sir Carlin agrees to help. He's in the bottom left. So there we go, chat. Sir Carlin did something.
Thanks, everyone.
He helped us reach this one treasure chest. And in it is defense formula. So we've now claimed every item from this particular area. So let's go back to the Castaway Village real quick. Let's see if there's any side stories we need to do. We have all of these still, that's right. We read the descriptions of these last time, but I don't think I talked to each of these people. Oh, we have a max relationship event with Sahad. So he caught a fish. He says, can't let our stomachs go empty if we're going to do a lot of fighting. So we should have some. That is a big fish, chat. That looks people-sized.
Ah, that was delicious. Man, am I stuffed. And I made plenty for everyone, too.
I'm gonna say I haven't eaten that well in a while, because we were low on food supplies, according to the canon.
Yeah.
Same here. This island gives me the willies, but at least the fish are fat and tasty. If it weren't for all the primordials, this would be a perfect fishing spot. Shame the captain weren't with us to enjoy it, though. I decided, after I get off of this island, I'm gonna pay my respects to the captain's family. That man did a lot for us. Him and me, we got the same sea in our blood. Wouldn't be right not to tell his kin about what happened.
I'll say we'll come with them.
Thanks for that, Adol. Since we're talking about captains and all, that Captain Reed fella's been gnawing at me too. Falsely charged and dying alone, without ever seeing his family or crew again. Wish he had some descendants, so I could tell him the truth.
So now it's flashing back. It says, I've received word that my family has escaped and taken refuge on a small island in the Gate Sea. Oh, wait a minute. I wasn't thinking about this line. Is it actually implying that Sahad's a descendant of the captain? I wasn't thinking about that until just now, actually, chat. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's pretty much confirming it at this point. So, presumably, Sahad is actually the descendant of Reed. I wasn't thinking about it before, but as soon as I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. Must be fate. Both of these are kind of cryptic. I guess we'll say the first option.
Huh? Yeah, I suppose. But what everyone else thinks they know ain't the only truth. Could be people out there what still believe in Captain Reed. All right. When I get back home, I'm telling the family all about what happened here.
Yar, ye be an anime character, see? It's very true, chat. Yeah, he could tell by the hair color. He can identify the protagonists. It's very true.
Everything I saw, everything I heard, everything. I'm getting fire in my belly just thinking about it. Here's to a great departure, Adol.
Oh, don't use the word departure. That's phrasing. I would hope to not depart from this world. Hi, Shubil. I guess they're having a staring contest. Oh, no, she's trying to figure out what you meant. Hi, Shubil. We got one more fish since we last gave you something. She wants a different fish, though. Man, chat, we got really close. Oh, there's Sir Carlin visiting the grave. Let's talk to him. He says this was not the end I would have predicted he would meet. He was an impertinent sort, but his last words of advice were sound enough. And I will admit that he was diligent in fulfilling his duties. Why isn't there a grave for me? No one cared. He demands an explanation. Oh, we believed you had survived. We'll go with that. Mm-hmm. Got him, chat. Checkmate. Yeah, well, I'll try my best to get the last couple of fish. Maybe what we'll do is after we find the end of the game, we might just go back and see if we can find the rest on our own, just for completion's sake. I mean, we were pretty close to getting 100% explored. Hey, a chest. Oragrass. That helps us get new status items. Hi, Cathu. So he's saying, as you probably know by now, the ship's construction is nearly complete. I know this isn't the right time for ... Actually, never mind. This is the perfect time for a ceremonial ship launching. Oh yeah, he wanted spirits or something like that. I'm gonna say that should make everybody happy. Kathy says it'll definitely raise everyone's spirits. However, it's traditional to use white wine in a ceremonial ship launching. Obviously, it's going to be hard to find white wine on this island, but I talked to Thanatos and he says he knows how to make something close enough. Apparently, you can make alcohol from fermented tree sap. Can you find me 3 fermented sap? Okay. It's not like I have a choice. Wow, I'm not going to say that option. We're going to say sure thing. Says if you need help, you should talk to Thanatos. He should have more information. Says sorry to dump it on us, but with everything going on, please be careful while you're exploring. Oh, we actually don't have it. That's kind of surprising.
What do you want to enhance?
So we never ended up getting like the underworld items for the final upgrades. Oh, actually, it looks like we can upgrade the gongs, so we might as well do that.
All right, it's done. All right then.
So we had 2 raids that we still didn't get an S rank on. We should probably go back and do them very soon. I mean, some of them we were very close to getting. So that'll probably be one of the last things we end up doing before the plot. So let's give them the defense formula. So now we can make more defense elixir. So we can use the aura grass to get more health and more defense. Yeah, we should probably do that. Let's get 2 defense ups.
Please come again.
So there we go, chat. We got base defense +3, and we all know who it's going on. There we go. Sahad's massive health total is now protected by 6 more damage reduction, because of course.
Yeah, let me see.
Oh, we already got the 90% one, that's right. He's not impressed.
Hey! Oh, done already?
Oh, and we can trade the pearls for Aura Grass. Chat! Chat, we could get the Eternal Gauntlets. Oh, yes. Instant purchase. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, perfect. Let's get more Aura Grass. There we go.
Hello.
Since we can't make a strength elixir for whatever reason, I'll just go ahead and make another defense elixir. Because, you know, Zahad needs to be tankier, chat. This is a fact. Okay, so now Zahad takes 9 less damage whenever he's hit. There we go. Oh my gosh. So Zahad doesn't really need it, but you know who would benefit from it? I think because we like to use Donna a lot, her having another 500 health and a crit rate up, I think really helps her kind of solo everything. So we'll keep it on like this. So the only other thing I want to make sure that we get is if we go to craft.
Come check it out.
What do we need for the Crimson Fangs? Saurian Carapace.
Well,
Maybe we can trade up for that. Oh, we can make a dragon. Yeah, we can make a dragon crest stone. Let's do that.
This one is special.
Chat, why every time? Wait, how do we get that? Huh, I don't see it in here, chat. That's not good. I would really prefer to have that item. Man, we need a lot of Saurian Carapaces for something. Oh, wait. There's some gift items. Gladiator Sheath, I think we know who that goes to.
This one is special.
So we can apparently get another adventuring gear slot. Honestly, I don't feel like we need it. And this fighter helmet is really unimpressive for how late in the game this is. If this was like in like chapter 3 or chapter 4, before we started getting like any good strength rings, like if we were still doing Warrior's Ring, for example, before we got the cloaks.
This one is special.
This one is very special. Then it would have been really good for us. But right now it's not really useful. And honestly, I don't think we really need another adventuring gear slot. 5 is good enough for me. Like we could do basically everything with this. We're still missing a relic, so I guess we'll see what that does later. So let's talk to Kathleen. So she said she had trouble with orichalcum at first, but she finally has a pretty solid understanding of its properties. Now I can reforge your weapons so they're as good as those made of pure orichalcum. That being said, it took a hell of a lot of work for me to get this far. If you wanted me to forge orichalcum armor, for example, it would take me a very long time to just refine the ore, which is why I'm going to ask for a favor. I need you to bring me some pure orichalcum, high quality stuff, no impurities. I know this is asking a lot of you, but if I had some, I could make incredibly powerful armor like you've never seen before. Well, it's kind of hard to even justify doing that, because I feel like Evade is just so much more useful as a stat at this point. Like 50 defense versus 15% evade is like, I would never take the 50 defense at that point. Earlier in the game, when we had like 0 defense, yes, I would say defense was more important to get. But now that we're at like 400 to 500 defense, I don't care about only increasing defense by like 5 or 10%. Anyway, she says, you do me this favor and I guarantee you guys won't regret it. Oh, I doubt it, chat. I doubt that statement along with you. This is going to be a challenge? Okay.
How can I help you today?
So unfortunately, the best character in the game is already completed. But we did get Dragon Crest Stones because I did upgrade once from the trade up. So let's improve Donna's damage.
I'll get started. Whew, it's complete.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about the fact that Adol doesn't have his basic upgrade either. We should also try to get more Dragon Crest Stone, but I really doubt it's going to happen. Because if it makes us 1v1 again, it'll make me really sad. Yeah, most of these are honestly not worth it at all to us. Like, again, 27 defense, I don't really care.
That it?
I don't care about that at all. Hi, Franz. Adventurer needed. Okay, so he wanted to make a cake or something like that? Or pie? He says, I've determined you're a man in possession of considerable skill. such that you are worthy of christening yourself as adventurer. I'm gonna say he's pretty skilled. He says, oh, but I've yet to demonstrate to you the full extent of my capabilities. But he says we're every bit as perceptive as he hoped us to be. It's because I acknowledge your skill that I've requested this favor from you. I recently discovered tracks not far from the village that had been left by a primordial. Okay. This creature may still be in the vicinity of the tracks. However, I see no need to involve the rest of the village in this manner. So what say you? Will you join me in tracking down the beast? Naturally, I expect you to fight the primordial. Sure. Okay, so let's just do a boss fight. So we're past the Nameless Coast, and we're in the southeast here. Those are some pretty big tracks. Look at that, chat. And we'll make sure to give each of these characters their respective items. So we got his tea set. Sylvia presumably wants the gladiator sheath, and I'm not sure who the last one is for. It could be the tailor. I missed what the item was, but we did pick up 3 items. So presumably we're going to get into a boss fight. Wait, am I soloing this as Adol? Or do I actually have a party? If we're soloing as Adol, this might be a problem. He says, our guests have arrived. I fear we might have bitten off more than we could chew. Oh, I guess I am soloing as Adol. That's kind of unfortunate, chat. Well, we'll try our best with unupgraded Adol.
Finish it! Not done yet! Finish! Something's there.
Oh, he had a really delayed strike. I'm getting stun looped. Stop that. Alright, we're gonna heal, because again, he has, like, no defense. And this is kind of unfair, honestly. What a waste of our resources. I guess the game assumes you play as Adol. Yeah, let's go buy him more armor in case this happens again, because I really don't want to solo with him when his defense is like 100 to like 200 lower than everybody else's. Man, again, this is just like a total drain of our resources. Exactly what I didn't want to get into before we did anything else. Man, those tail whip attacks are kind of hard to time. And I keep getting knocked down by that, so I can't tumble. So this is just kind of a series of unfortunate events, really. Let's build a little more meter here.
Oh, something's there.
I don't... You see, that's the thing. It's like, I don't see why I would want to play Adol over Donna or Sahad. Because Donna's actually pretty fun. Because she moves pretty quickly. And, like, Adol is pretty cheap at room clear, but, like, I don't like his combos as much as I like Sahad's or Donna's.
Oh, dear.
It says, oh dear, I can scarce believe how many of these beasts actually appeared. My initial assessment was far too lenient. Please accept my most sincere apologies. You owe us something, Butler. We're gonna tell him he doesn't need to apologize, though. We just want items. He says, no, my inability to foresee this outcome was a grievous error on my part. This won't do at all. And I solemnly promise my lord, too. I would ask that you not reveal the details of this incident to the mistress. In truth, Lord Roswell gave me one final order before his departure. He released me from my duty to serve him so that I could serve his family from that day on. In his honor, I have kept a watchful eye on Mistress Laxia over the years. This is why I cannot afford to make a single error in judgment. I still have much to learn, I'm afraid. I'm gonna say mistakes are the best teachers. He agrees with us. Right indeed. I certainly can't give up now. Now then, having witnessed your prowess, I have one more favor I wish to ask of you. If it's not too much trouble on your part, can you assist me in thwarting this batch? What? No. No, stop it. No, I want to go upgrade. Oh, I should have chosen the other option to ignore him. Darn it, chat. This is exactly what I didn't want to do with Adol. Oh no, okay, cutscene does. Thank you. I really did not want to go into another boss fight. Okay, thankfully he got cutscened. I'm gonna say that's one less thing to worry about. Presumably Laxia is looking for us. Mm-hmm. She was worried. He says, my apologies, our business took longer to resolve than anticipated. Lexi says, you don't sound like you're about to tell me what exactly is going on. What have you been up to? She's gonna notice we're injured or something. She says, look at you, Adol. You covered in dirt and your collar's been out of place. My word, what on earth did you get yourself into? With the huff, Laxia began to primp Adol's clothes. Yeah, I was gonna say, the one-time power of cutscenes saved us. Uh-oh, apparently this display calls to mind vivid memories of Laxia and her father, according to Franz. He says, oh dear, why would observing this give rise to such sentiment? Uh-oh. He says, and I might say you two are the ideal image of devoted husband and wife. Uh-oh. And then she blushes. Mm-hmm. She got really flustered at that, and she gets laughed at.
A great job!
Quest adventure needed complete. Franz's approval is increased. Pumpkin pie recipe attained. All that for the pumpkin pie, chat. We're gonna go ahead and learn that. Or excuse me, the great pumpkin pie has been learned. My apologies, chat. Let's go ahead and make this. We'll make we'll make 3 of these, because that's attack and defense up. You know what, let's make 4.
Let's see.
It's a good healing item, too. That could be useful for getting rid of the last couple of bosses. Okay, before we go any further and get sucked into the cutscene world, let's talk to Allison.
Welcome.
And let us just go get an item for Adol, because this is just, like, ludicrous. So this will give him slightly more health, more defense, but more importantly, 15% evade, which will help with we get into more of those nasty scenarios.
Are you done already?
So we're going to check one more thing with Adol. Is there anything else he could really get? He's got the crit chance from that, which isn't too bad. He's got the resist all the status elements, which also isn't too bad. I think this is okay for now. It's a pretty safe item choice, honestly, for what he has. So let's give over the small ruby to the tailor.
Adol.
So here you go, Ed. So Ed says, is this a ruby? It's high purity. He can't accept it. It's too valuable. Man up. Chat, we're going to tell him to man up. So I should make something with this and give it to Allison. So he says, I haven't given Allison a proper ring yet. It would be great if I could make this into a wedding band. I'm not going to say let's get started. I don't want to get involved with it, but we'll say she loves it. We'll go talk to Euron right away. Euron instructed Ed and the ruby ring was soon complete. Apparently this is the best gift ever. He actually has a good time in mind for me to spring this on her. When the time comes, I'll let you know. Hope you'll be there. Ed's approval is maxed out. Okay, Thanatos. Have an engraved pen. He says, this pen, it's terribly faded, so it's hard to tell, but it says M-E-M-O. Then there's an engraving of my initial T. No doubt about it, this is the pen I lost when I first arrived on this island. I looked ages for it to no avail. So he thanks us. I'm gonna say seems important.
Let's see.
He says it's a memorable possession. He bought the pen when he first started his journey as an explorer. Then he goes, honestly, it was a selfish purchase at the time, but that's why it motivated me to live up to the pen's value. It cheapens it if I fix it up every time it breaks. I'm gonna ask him if he won't re-engrave it.
Yes.
He says, that's right, I won't. This pen reminds me of my younger days, and I wouldn't want to do anything to mess with those memories. Even now, 50 years later, I still live by the faded words engraved on it. Anyway, as an explorer, I can't just let you leave me in the dust, Adol. This pen and I still got a lot of work left to do. Thanatos' approval is maxed out. Oh, and since it maxed out, we can now talk to him and get some coffee.
Say, Adol, do you know what coffee is?
It's the devil's brew. We've heard about it. It's fine. We know what coffee is.
Oh, is that so? So this will be your first time drinking it, huh? I can't wait to see your reaction. Well, go on. Try it.
Chat, that's a good point. He said 50 years. Did he buy it when he was like 8 or something? Like, like what age was he when he got this pen? Adol does not approve of coffee.
Looks like you're not a fan of the taste. Just so you know, coffee's appeal is its bitter flavor. Ricotta can make a fine cup of tea, but every so often, I get a craving for coffee. It's definitely an acquired taste, but the more you drink, the more you'll come to like it. Anyway, coffee is made from beans that grow on a certain tree. A tree that is indigenous to the African continent.
The Afrocan continent? Oh no, chat. Are they really saying the African continent that way and spelling it that way? Oh no.
That coffee you're drinking is made from beans I acquired years ago. You sure perked up once I mentioned Africa. I might have mentioned it before, but I've spent many years researching Africa. I've even set foot in the southern region of the Sahara Desert.
Instead of like the Sahara Desert? Is that what's going on? Or are they just doing like the letter replace game on some of these names?
Impressive, huh? Anyway, I told you that story so I could tell you this. Before you can venture into unexplored lands, you need two things: connections and a lot of money. Thankfully, I managed to secure funding and support from a certain noble associate of mine. 2 years back, we drafted a large-scale plan for an expedition to Africa. But during the early planning stages, I wound up stranded on the Isle of Seirin. The situation seemed hopeless at first, but exploring this island turned out to be much more enjoyable than I expected. And on top of that, meeting Ricotta was truly a blessing. At my age, I never expected to meet anyone I would care about so much. I've been running solo all my life, so having someone to look after feels different. I know I've said this to you before, but if I get off this island, I want to show Ricotta everything the world has to offer. That way, she can be an independent woman. There's a good chance Ricotta and I will end up seeing Africa together. Who knows? We might even run into you again, Adol.
Unlikely, game. Unlikely.
If that day comes, we'll catch up over a cup of coffee.
Why is it going like the horror movie angle during this cutscene? He's like, then it just is like, yes, Adol, we'll meet again. Yes, we will. Like that's kind of like the tone being implied by this camera angle. And we have a nice little Dutch angle going on, chat.
Yes, I'm sure she'll have grown into a fine lady by then. So you better not go falling for her, at least not while I'm still alive.
The ominous music kicks in immediately. says he found the fermented sap on a tree growing in a swamp. If you're going to look anywhere, I'd recommend swamps and marshes. Well, there's a couple of marshes we've been to in the game. Oh, I was literally about to say the very first time we found the skip with Sahad, there was a marsh there. And that looks exactly like where we need to go. We'll give you the antique tea set. Even though I don't think you're worth it. After making me do that quest. But here you go, Franz. He says, a half-decent tea set. This is the D. Ganzel piece. It's antique tableware said to make tea taste better. It's my favorite tableware line, in truth. Well, we're going to say glad to hear it. He says, actually, I'm taken aback. Thank you very much. I'm quite charmed that you found this and are giving it to me as a gift. You are a soft-hearted man and quite sharp, as I thought you're somewhat similar to my master. I'm going to say Laxia said the same thing. She did say that. Franz says, is that so? Then that must mean I'm not alone in my thinking. Then he pauses. He says, excuse me, I just had something on my mind. He says, now then, Adol, do you have the time right now? Franz invited Adol to have a seat and threw an impromptu tea party. He says, today's tea has a refreshing aroma due to the Timoni blend from the Isle of Seirin. Snacks include tiramisu and peach madeleines? I'm not familiar with what that is, actually. Tiramisu I am aware of, but I'm surprised they can make the tiramisu here. I mean, I guess if they can make coffee, they're like sort of there. Yeah, how did you even make these? That's a good question. He says, lifting the spirits of one master is the butler's duty. Please don't worry about the minor details and enjoy. He's on to us, chat. He says, anyway, using such beautiful tableware makes the tea party look extravagant. I'll have to pour some tea for my lady in the near future. He says, I can't wait to see the face she makes. Approval is maxed out. And since we maxed out his approval, we could talk to him again. So Franz says, hello, Adol. I expect you to be a man greater than word alone suggests. The timing may be poor, but may have a moment. I mean, we got time. It's okay, Franz.
Things may be calm now, but you never know when a primordial might appear.
Well, you seem to summon them, so I'm glad we at least got the armor upgrade.
Adol, do you believe we will survive this experience?
Well, I looked at the Steam store, so I know there's a game after this, so I'm sure everything will be okay for me. Maybe not for you, but I'll make it through.
I am relieved to hear you say that. Adol. No, Sir Adol. I apologize for my impertinence, but I must ask a favor of you. This situation is without precedent, and I will lay my life on the line to keep us safe. However, should the worst happen to befall me, please look after Mistress Laxia in my stead.
I mean, he survived the final area by himself. I'm sure he'll be okay. I'm gonna say Laxia must be dear to him.
But of course, from a young age, Mistress Laxia has always conducted herself with pride and demonstrated compassion and deference toward others.
Apparently the other dessert mentioned in the chat is saying that it is a delicate, buttery, cake-like biscuit, usually in the shape of a shell. I don't think I've ever seen it or had it here.
However, she struggles to put aside that pride and come to terms with her own inexperience. As her loyal servant, I find her impatience to be vexing and worrying in equal measure. But I believe the time will soon come when Mistress Laxia no longer requires my service. She has grown more wise, thanks to you. I believe her pride and determination will prove to be valuable assets to her now. And I believe she can overcome any hardship facing House Roswell. The future is promising indeed.
I'm gonna say you have a duty to see that future.
Duly noted. You speak true. I cannot give up. However, there is something else that I still expect from you.
And the music stops.
Though it might be more fitting to say, you still have a responsibility to uphold.
Okay, what responsibility?
I see through your feigned ignorance. You are so much like Lord Roswell.
God, he's on to us, chat. Well, I mean, Adol doesn't know. I know what he's talking about, though.
I will continue to serve Mistress Laxia for the time being. Thank you for everything, Adol.
So for people not as familiar with tiramisu, I just want to clarify the reason I said coffee is that usually you dip a specific, I think it's a biscuit called Ladyfingers in coffee, and it usually just involves things like egg, sugar, cocoa. I want to say it's like mascarpone is the name of the cheese that also goes into it. It's a pretty popular Italian dish. I'm more familiar with that one, or dish. I meant dessert when I said dish. It's very light, or at least the upper portions of it are. I think it means like pick me up or something, if I'm not mistaken. I don't usually see the full definition of it. Oh, actually, that's right. We have to give the gladiator a sheath. I was about to leave, but I'm like, hold on. I hope she will not challenge us to a duel with Adol. That would make me kind of sad. So anyway, she says, that is what a splendid sheath. Sylvia says, that one I had was lost when the ship sank. Oh, she's in her warrior pose. She says, the size is perfect too. This is very handy. Your sword is enormous. I'm not gonna go with that one. I'm gonna say your sword is magnificent. Sylvia says, this is a knight's sword given to me when I won a Colosseum tournament. Oh, the Colosseum. She did mention the Colosseum a couple times. She says, the Emperor gave it to me personally, so it's a source of pride. Her blood's starting to boil, so she's gonna go back to train a little. We should join her. We're gonna say bring it on. Approval increased, but not maxed? We didn't actually hit max approval with her yet, which is concerning. I was trying to remember what button I'm looking for. Oh, I need to remember that this is a thing. I think I forgot that there was a map with the down D-pad, so my bad, chat. For people that have played the game and are like, why are you not using that map? I forgot that map existed. So we built 29 out of 36 fortifications. We're missing literally one location point, which is like such a heartbreaker. Help events, 15 out of 16. Donna's virtues at 100. Reputation is 191. I am assuming the max reputation is 200. I'm assuming. We're very close. Donna's virtue looks maxed. So Donna's thanking us. So the reason she's here was to wait for us. Brought her joy to know my final decision was the right one. So now we have to go to the garden, but we'll hold off on that. I think the best thing we might try to do now to take advantage of it is, why don't we try doing some of the raids while we're here? Because we got an S rank on every single one of these one try. So, I'm sorry, I said raids. Let's do the hunts. So we're going to try the easier one, but we'll do it with Sahad.
Understood.
So we've gotten several weapon upgrades since we last did it. Oh no, I forgot about the swamp.
Right, be prepared.
Here we go! Here we go!
I mean, they should be able to basically insta-kill all of these enemies as we get closer. Hello, giant fish thing.
Hold on a second.
Leaving it to you, Donna!
Please, have some.
Wow, there are a lot of enemies here. They need to get out of my way. So let's get this torch so we could do more damage.
Let's end this.
I mean, I'm glad Sahad can basically still one-shot all of these. It is useful. Ooh, I think one of the torches is being attacked. I want to go back for it. Aw, looks like we did lose the torch.
My calculations were correct.
That's a shame.
Not bad.
Well, I'll try my best to protect the other ones.
All right, let's start fixing.
So let's go up here.
I fixed it.
Oh, I forgot we also didn't have the grip gloves. Well, we don't need to breathe underwater right now, so let's do this.
I'm joining in.
Goodbye, enemies. Oh, we're so close. So we just have one torch left. We could just go ahead and kill them all instantly because we're Sahad, because of course we can. Okay, so we have a lot of points, but we're still gonna do our best. I'm gonna extra skill, and presumably this will kill him, because Sahad's ridiculous. So we have all the torches. Dead boss. Health is like okay. So we got a few extra points. I'm not sure if this is enough though. We killed it in 2 waves, which might be good enough. I'm not sure.
Well, you're welcome.
Nice, that's great.
Like again, our allies did help clear up some of the other enemies.
Yeah, great job.
And we did end with all torches, which is good. It's kind of hard to go not hit that whole time though, so hopefully this is enough. Oh, did we? We still didn't get it? Wow.
Splendid.
Wow, chat, this is like such a picky ranking.
Great job.
I mean, we got more
That's good.
random goods, but that's not what I want. So, I guess we need a perfect victory or something, because, like, wow, S rank is super picky. I mean, I think we did better than before, but clearly it just wants us to not take any damage. So if we had gotten a perfect victory and lost no torches, we might have gotten it. But again, like, that's really picky. I'm a little surprised by how strict that is. Ooh, this enemy's scaled up. I don't want this guy to scale up. Bad game. So let's hop along here to go to the plot point.
See something.
Oh, nope, it was... Where is it saying it's at? Oh, it just... Oh, it means this tree. Oh. Oops, I walked right by it. Hello, enemy striking me. I'm getting attacked during the cutscene. That's mean. Did I actually take I don't know if I took damage or not from that, though. Yeah, when this enemy could just take, like, 12,000 in the face, you know it's scaled up. Like, that's silly. That's silly. So they also need wine, so we'll come over here, I suppose. I think we could probably do it. Oh, so it's one of each of the swamp areas we have to get the fermented sap. Okay. There should be one over here then, right? Yeah. Huh? Where is it saying this is? Oh no, I was in the right place. It just meant up there. Oh, I misunderstood what it wanted. Well, we're gonna go to heaven briefly. I didn't realize because, like, it's weird because it looks like where we teleported is not where the side objective is. So I want to say the indicators are a little weird on the map. But that's fine. We got it in the end.
Let's begin.
Yeah, let's retreat for now. Oh, the other thing I could do with Adol is that we have one last ability to learn. So why don't we climb up here?
Something there.
Oh, she can't make it with that kind of jump. Whatever, we'll do the normal climb then. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I was thinking of Franz there for a second. We don't need to do that. We need to come down here and we have to go fight Master Kong, who, if at this point doesn't teach us it, I don't know when he's going to teach us it, honestly. So let's do little tumble rolls. I think Adol can beat Master Kong, chat. We're good. He's got a defense upgrade. We're fine. 45 defense and 15% evade goes a long way. And he got another 250 health on top of that. So we're gonna go on and scoot right by all these enemies, and hopefully he does not shake his head. He says, Master says your last red hair. I think I'm ready. Again, we are status immune with him, basically. What is this? I think I stunned him. Alright, what does this attack even do? There we go. Oh, that was almost a perfect fight. Wow, I did half his health. He didn't even hit me until just then. Oh, I actually hit him out of it? Oh my gosh, what a destructive moment, chat. Wow, no special for him. Restunned. Oh no. Wow. That was decisive, chat. Decisive. Goodbye, Master Cog. Wow, I can't believe I got the double stun on him. That was just unfair. We learned Brave Charge. We're gonna say thanks for teaching us this. Nestor says he didn't teach you, he learned it all on your own. I'm sure. It says, it seems the 6 of us have each learned a skill from him. Hummel asks what's wrong. He says, I have nothing left to teach you, but Rakota's mentor tells me that your village is in trouble a lot. If you want, I can help you. Okay. I mean, we don't really need help on the raids anymore, but maybe he'll help us with the hunts. Like, we already got S rank on the other ones, we're fine. Yeah, I guess we could take it. Says that it's settled, I'll head to your village now. And he's gonna super jump away! There we go.
Indeed.
Master's worth 100, no 1,000 warriors. Indeed. Master Kong's approval is maxed out. Master Kong will provide support during raids. Okay, well I suppose we'll tag in Adol just so we can see what this ability is. So let's see, Brave Charge, 33 SP. Oh, it's got an A+ in power, and it's got an A in everything. A Brave Fighting Spirit mows down enemies. Okay, I'm a little interested. I don't usually use a lot in Aura Blade, although it apparently is good at break. Let's see how this move does. Wow, that is really strong, chat. It moves you really far forward, too. So if I do like this... How about that, chat? How about that? Okay. That's a pretty good final skill. It's a really big AoE and it moves you really far forward. So that's great if I walk backwards out of attack range by dodging. It is very strong. Also has really good stun and break chance, according to that. So we don't have too much left to explore here at this point. Yeah, see, we just have like a question mark area. So presumably, we're going to be able to reach that upper path now if I come back to here. So why don't we do that, chat? Oops, sorry. Forgot what button it wanted me to press there. There we go. Let's go back to the Sky Garden. Let's get a nice little running start here. Oh, as I hit an invisible wall and it stops all forward momentum. Thank you, game. Invisible wall, strong, chat. Denies me everywhere. Well, it's okay. We're going to do little jumps here just to go a tiny bit faster than normal. We're going to ignore all of these enemies. I'm wondering if the Saurian hide has to come from... Oh! Now that we've restored the river, maybe we could get up this path, because the vines are there. Okay, so chat, we can reach that final area. There's a big fish in the Sky Garden. Yeah, we fished it out, I think, last time. We got like the catfish, I thought, from there. But we could go back again. Because we are trying to get other types of big fish. So let's see, I think I did it with Donna, I've done it with Laxia, Sahad, Adol. I could try Rakota. Maybe I'll try it with Rakota, because I feel like I fished with her the least. Lexi saying, true, may only be able to affect change on a small scale, but even small changes can have drastic effects on the course of history. Sahad says, yeah, isn't that why you're making your changes? The same goes for us. We're not doing all we can because we're not... Oh, we're doing all we can because we're not giving up. Oops. Donna laughs. She says, I'm sorry, I just got a little discouraged. I made it this far with all of you, so I don't think my actions were in vain. As long as you're with me, I can... ... We'll face what awaits us together, no matter what. So let's go ahead and grab this before we go back for the big fish. This seems like something that would have saurians.
One of the most ancient species of saurian.
This area seems slightly different from the others.
A sanctuary hidden deep inside a forbidden area.
I want to keep an eye out here for any new things we can collect. Hopefully we could get more essence stone. So I'm looking for the fish. Maybe one of these will have the saurian hide that we need, the carapace or whatever. But for now, let's just gather some resources. Ancient lumber attained, okay. Stop focusing on that one. What does this guy have? This enemy has what we need. This enemy was kind of difficult. I think you missed this enemy last time, Chris, but it was nasty. It did a lot of damage to me as Sahad. Unfortunately, I think Sahad's on fire, so I'm going to lose a lot of health. Which is why it was dangerous for Sahad. Well, fortunately, we did level Donna a bit, so she is the backup for this. And again, she'll start critting more often. There we go. We're using Donna's mobility to deal with it. And unfortunately, it did not give us the item we were looking for, which is very unfortunate. But you know what we can do, since these enemies are so difficult? Why don't we take advantage of one of the pumpkin pies that we had? Because that gives us a lot of health. And then slowly but surely, the bleed and burn will fade. Got more essence stone, not too bad. Presumably the final party member, or castaway, has to be here somewhere. Oh, is that a person over there? Hello, other person. New location discovered. Final location, chat! We can go back and get the artist to maybe do something about it. So we got Grave of Ancient Heroes, and looks like our mysterious person we brought along in the compartment is here. Stately woman. She says, were you passengers aboard the Lombardia? Are you nobility by chance? It's been a while, Griselda. Ooh, maybe she was from one of the previous games. She says, likewise, impressed you still remember me. Oh. So one of the games I think takes place in Celceta, or however you pronounce that. Or Clectica? I'm not really sure. So that would have been... I don't think it would have been 7 necessarily, but it could have been the game before this one. There are a lot of games before this one, just for clarity. This one is the 8th. And it looks like most of the games are available now on Steam for those that are interested in trying this series from the beginning. I think there was only one I was having a little bit of trouble finding offhand. Because they have Origin, they have 1 and 2, they have the remake of 3, 4... and I believe either 5 or 6, but I couldn't find the other one, I think. But it could still be on there. They don't necessarily use numbers for them, that's why it's a little confusing with the numbering. So maybe we'll see more about her in a different game at some point in the future. Anyway, for now she says she's surprised that you and I were aboard the same ship. They're saying the Governor General is known as being shrewd and decisive leader. For some reason, I never imagined them to be a woman. Sahad says, I think it means she's some kind of big shot in the Roman Empire. Griselda.
Allow me the courtesy of reintroducing myself. My name is Griselda. On this island, my title means nothing. Please treat me as you would any other castaway.
Apparently, more specifically, she's from the 4th game in the series. So we'll probably eventually see her in that game. Lexi says, you bear a striking resemblance to a princess I met at the Imperial capital. It's kind of funny because our alternate costume kind of looks like her to some extent, or at least the color does. Griselda says, what an amusing anecdote being called a princess. Why would a princess claim to be the Governor General and live the life of a castaway on this island? You'd sooner see a golden Picard than something that outlandish. Oh, chat, we're seeing a golden Picard. I feel like that is now in stone. Lexi says, I'm sorry for the presumption. So there's some story there I'm not quite getting, but maybe we'll understand it if we go back and play the other games. So now they're asking what the Governor General was doing aboard the Lombardia. She explains that she's returning from completing a routine inspection. She never had thought to find herself here, cast adrift on the Isle. She says, I must say, I'm surprised to find the ruins of a lost civilization on this island. After meeting Adol, I find myself more frequently indulging my curiosities. I've been on my fair share of adventures over the last 3 years. Oh, pretty close. Pretty close. I would have thought 4 years, but sure. We'll go with 3 years. Donna says, wow. Lexi says, I'm glad you haven't been harmed while you've been out here alone. Griselda replies, yes, well, I'm skilled enough with the sword that I'm capable of defending myself. Anyway, you seem to have a good grasp of the situation on this island. Would you mind briefing me? Okay, we're probably going to fade to black. Oh, nope, we're doing the text bubble. So the text bubble says, Adol explained to Griselda everything that had happened and then gave her a crystal ring with which to warp. Oh, we had a spare one. Okay, that's kind of weird. Anyway, in any case, Griselda says, I see, the situation sounds more dire than I could have imagined. I imagine having more allies would be an asset to you during future beast raids. We're kind of done with those, Griselda, honestly. We only have 2 left, but sure. You could join our castaway village. So now we have a little bit more to go. We have 1 more treasure to pick up here. We're gonna run on over here with Sahad. Maybe we'll get lucky with some items. Nope, just strange mass. Legend Belt attained. Okay, and what does Legend Belt do? Gain extra when attacked up. I feel like I don't really need to lean upon extra skill that much. I mean, it's something that's nice, but I don't feel like it's super game changing for me. So that's all of the Eternal Heal checked out. And now that we've done that, chat, there's a place we accidentally went to, wink wink, earlier, and we haven't been able to do anything because we didn't have 24 people. But now the crew is assembled. Let's go see what this final secret is. Through the area we totally didn't Sahad flight up to. And actually, kind of in retrospect, the items we got here were very disappointingly weak. Given how far into the game we are, in order just to get access to it. Yeah, it gave us like blue gloves or something, right, Chad? It wasn't very impressive. It wasn't like it gave us one of the cloaks, which would have been amazing. So anyway, I think our destination is over here. Presumably this is a new dungeon. So we'll make a help request. It says after sending Lil Pero, everyone in the castaway village appears. So now this is probably the 100% ending cutscene. Doki says, looks like we're all here. I gotta say, it's like we've become one big happy family almost overnight. I'm gonna say together we could do anything.
Yes.
Lexi says, and now we have so many confident experts among us. I know, it's the crew of experts. Zahad says, that's why we're clear. That is why clearing this gravel is gonna be a breeze. Kathleen says, good thing I brought this heavy-duty shovel for such an occasion. Let's take it for a spin. Sylvia says it'll be excellent training. Rena says it'll be tough if any speedy primordials suddenly show up. I think Rakota and Reha should keep an eye out for any. Oh, Dina's handing out supplies and charging for them. Thanatos says, with this many people, we should finish this in about 2 hours. And then Donna just walks up and does it in like 10 seconds, right, chat? Rakota says, this means we'll finish around noon, just in time for lunch. Everyone is so helpful, says Donna. Sadly, Sir Carlin is included. So let's keep up the teamwork. Yeah, they definitely all passed the skill set test in order to board the Lombardia. I agree, Chris. Okay, everybody's getting to work. They all cheer. It says, and so the castaways began clearing the densely packed pile of heavy gravel. With the wind and rain helping to loosen the pile, they managed to clear it in no time flat. The gravel was cleared thanks to everyone's help. So this looks like a dungeon, chat. Silent Tower. I think before we do that, let's make sure we hand in any kind of side quests we have. So we have 2 left. So we haven't found pure orichalcum anywhere, I don't think, but we have enough for the wine. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't think anything here is too crazy. I mean, I guess I could just get the Wheel of Eternity just because. It's not like we could get another upgrade to my knowledge. And we'll get more Aura Grass. So I guess those big pearls we fished up randomly have actually been useful finally, but all the way at the end of the game.
Hello.
So we have enough for another defense up. I think we should go for it. I was thinking about giving it to Adol, but nah. More Sahad, chat. More Sahad. Oops. There you go, Kathu. Enjoy the fermented sap. Says now we can have a proper ceremonial ship launching. And we're gonna go tell the others. And so a ceremonial ship launching was held at the village. Everyone is excited to participate. The launching went out without, excuse me, it went off without a hitch. With the pouring of fermented sap on the ship's hull, the launching was complete. Hello, Yentos. How's it going? We are close to the end, but this is not the ending. So we finally have everybody in the village. Euron says the ship finally. Dina thinks we're gonna leave soon. We'll see. Kathleen says we have to tut this out a little while longer. So everybody's pumped to leave. Kathy says it went really well. I'm gonna say it's a critical moment. So we have to hold fast so this will all be for nothing. We'll definitely make it through. Thank you for the help. Finally fulfill my duty as a member of the Lombardia's crew. Keep watching over us, Captain.
We did it!
Quest 1 needed completed. Kathy's approval increased. Dragon Tree Treasure ×5 attained. So we have a dungeon to explore, and I'm not sure what else. I mean, we have the raids, but they look really tight. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do it. Now, looking at the map, it doesn't seem like there's a place we can easily get Orichalcum. Interestingly, it won't let us go to the Temple of the Great Tree from here. It doesn't seem like there's any quests that we've missed yet. So we have the story destination back in the bottom of the Valley of the Kings. And it says we still have 9% more to explore, so I'm not sure where else it wants us to go at this point for like the remaining percentage. Very strange, chat. It doesn't even look like there's a territory I haven't been to at this point. Well, in any case, I think what we should do is we should go to the Silent Tower and see what it has. The very ominous music playing. These things have items I don't care about, so I'm just gonna ignore them. Oh, we got the Dragon Crest Stone. Nice. Now we just need a few more for Adol. 2 more to be precise. Oh, those enemies look familiar. Oh, hold on. Sahad can still learn more skills. I forget what it was just called. It's not Raging Deluge, it's not Magna Wave, not Sign. Power Strike? A full swing that pushes the weapon to its limit. I think it was Power Strike. It's okay. It's a little slow for me. Its power's only B, which doesn't... I don't know. I mean, like, Gale Blow is cheaper, so I think I'll swap out there. Anyway, let's continue. Hey Kirk, how's it going? Again, I just like the power of the Earth Strike. It's so silly, chat. Yeah, we've been buffing up Sahad this whole time, and now he got a new move. It's kind of unfair. Okay, I think I stunned it, so it should die really soon now. New skill, Spiral Anchor? We're just getting all sorts of new moves now, chat. What's going on? An A+ move? Draw in and hit foes with a Whirlpool-esque move? Oh, chat, come on. No, he didn't get another A+ move, did he? Really? Yeah, we're gonna have to see what Laxia's new move is in a second. Interesting. It just stuns him in the air and kills him. That's so unfair, chat. Anyway, Laxia got a couple of moves. I guess we could get rid of, I mean, Lethal Raid is probably my favorite skill. Guess I don't need Piercing Tempest. We could do Precious Impact, and we can learn Spark Chaser. So this is the Lightning Dagger bounces from foe to foe. Precious Impact has a pretty high damage and a decent radius. So let's see how she controls. So this is our first new skill. That move's kind of interesting. I like the tri-shot range on it. Again, this leaves her with a better projectile than Hummel, because of course. Precious Impact is okay. I mean, it's like a slightly more damaging Eagle Lancer. With better break. It's just more expensive. It's not bad, though. I was like, why would Hummel have anything useful? I'm telling you, Chad, I don't know why they hated on Hummel's movesets. Like, they could have made him so much better than he is. Were they scared he was going to be overpowered or something? Also, I'd like to say, like, every single time we've killed an enemy, we've leveled. So, like, how under-leveled am I? Oh, they're level 74, chat. Oh, we found pure Orichalcum. Hey! Yeah, look at this, chat. This area is leveling us very rapidly. Hopefully this stuns him. And it did. I mean, I guess that explains why we're taking so much damage, because they're level 74 to our level 60. But you know, Sahad doesn't care about what they have. And we're getting a lot of Dragon Crest Stones and Essence Stones, which is great, because we need that for Adol, for inevitably, when we get into another 1v1.
Dilapidated. What is the purpose of this tower? There should be a workshop that royals used to patronize in this neighborhood. Leave it to me.
It might be worth searching.
We're out of there, chat. More Aura Grass so we could get more upgrades for our characters, because of course we can. So we have a couple choices here. What's this path lead to? This is down to a new area, and where does this go? Also down to a new area. Well, they might lead to the same area, so we should be okay. More Dragon Crest Stone, good. There we go, collecting more Essence Stone. Again, Donna's not taking that much damage anymore, so the fact that she's healing that much health is pretty silly. The only downside is we haven't gotten the hide needed to get the upgraded Dragon Fang, because I think that would actually really benefit her greatly. If instead of healing like 8 health a strike, she healed like 16 or 20, that would be a game changer.
A treasure
I don't like that the game got quiet. So that's one of the items we need to get the better Fang. Is that a boss? Hello. We'll go fight it like 10 levels under. It's fine, chat. Oh, I like the eyes on it. The awakened Tetraquare Fetus Mepharash? Wow. That is a lot of different syllables strung together as a word. Well, let's see what his weakness is. Not Donna. Oh no, that does a lot of damage. Alright, let me try Rock. Man, this thing is nasty. No weaknesses, level 80 boss. Okay, this could be hard, chat. We're definitely going to use items to defeat this, chat. There's no way we're doing this without items. This thing is like way over leveled compared to us. And it is super aggressive too. Wow. It is just flinging everything at us. So why don't we take the attack and defense up? That should help us do a lot more damage. Yeah, it has multiple levels of health bars. Yeah, this is definitely meant to be an endgame challenge. But it's okay, Sahad's here, chat. In Sahad we trust. Oh man, I am not timing any of those rolls correctly. This is not good. What a fight, chat. I maybe should have gotten some fruit juice mix to cancel the food effects. Oh, it grabbed me. Oh no. Yeah, this is a really aggressive enemy, chat. Ooh. Rough. Man, like, I don't know what the timing is to dodge it. It's just, like, really quick. Kind of scary. Hey, I was mashing buttons and I couldn't stand up in time. Well, Sahad, I think it's now time for you to level up.
I got stronger again.
We need you to get stronger again. Oh, I knocked it over. Listen, if he wants to play the range game, I'm gonna start punching at him. He won't like it. Oh my gosh, chat. There we go, I finally got an evade. Oh, it guarded me! Whoa, hello. That was unexpected. Oh, I was trying to dodge it on the return, but I couldn't see it. Man. This enemy is not very lenient with his timing on the dodge, I would just like to say. There we go, I dodged towards it that time for better timing. Hopefully this will stun it.
I'll take this.
Ooh, there we go. I was like, unfortunately I think our ally got hit by that, so it exploded really early. That was unfortunate. Well, that did a lot of damage. Okay, I'm gonna just use the hit stun technique. I just gotta build a little more meter. Oh, it dodged. Not good. What a fight, chat. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna hit stun it so our allies have more time to hit it. I used it to dodge its hand. There we go. We're making full use of... Oh, it guarded me? That was dangerous. Man.
Let's go. Yeah.
It's making sure I'm awake, chat. That's what it's doing. Alright, let's get a little extra healing with the Group Berry. It could almost kill me in one hit right now. Oh, it guarded it. Okay. Yeah, I have to be... Oh my gosh. What a fight, chat. Well, everybody's leveling off of that one. Wait, I went to level 64. Wow, that was a lot of levels. New chest. Presumably this is the final relic. I'm not sure what it'll be, though. Sky Crown attained. It's not the final relic. Really, what is this? The plot twist, chat. I would not have thought that would have been anything else other than that. Second wind, evade rate 30%. Blessed by the Sun God. Survive death with 1 HP one time only. 30% evade? Oh, let's put this on Laxia. Yeah, there we go, chat. See, she's secretly our tank. She's got a 45% dodge rate. I mean, that's pretty good, chat. That is pretty good. So, you know, that was actually a pretty worthy item to drop. Plus, it's an auto-revive. Not too bad. So anyway, that was just like one enemy. There's like... Oh no, we're at 98% explored. So we actually explored this area completely. Were there any other chests I missed? No. Huh. Well, I guess I'll destroy these boxes just to see if there's anything left in them. The answer to that appears to be no. That fight must be really nasty on hard mode. What do you think, chat? Super nasty fight. Anyway, I'm just gonna slam him with Sahad and tell him to get out of my way. Goodbye, enemies. So we are done with the side area, and we've explored 93.358%. So that tells me there is probably 1.5 to 2 dungeons left in the game, and we are completed. So let's go to Castaway Village. Yeah, I don't even want to picture it on the higher difficulties. So that was pretty monstrous. So that should be the last side quest, chat. So let's give it to Kathleen, that pure orichalcum we found in there. Presumably the idea is that you give this to her, and then the armor you get here is how you deal with that boss. She says she's impressed you found so much, she can't thank us enough. So she's gonna form the ultimate armor. I need to know before I start whether this armor is for a man or a woman? Ooh. Chat, is she making the armor for a man or a woman? I think we might need to have an impromptu vote here, chat. So if we choose man, it would go to Adel and or Sahad. If it's woman, it would probably go to Donna and or Laxia. I don't feel like there's a bad choice necessarily. If it doesn't have great evade, I would probably lean towards giving it to Adel and just keep evade on Sahad. It really depends on what this armor has. I kind of doubt it has evade, but I'm wondering if it has some other gimmick to it. So let the chat think about it a little bit, because potentially, if it doesn't go to Sahad, it'll go to Adel. So I think no matter what, either of these options help us. Oh, I see a vote for man. So I think we're going to go ahead and try that. Man it is. So we get pure orichalcum. She'll get started right away. So let's see, what will she give us? It's finally finished. Armor I smithed from scratch using pure orichalcum. It's yours now. Shining Chronos attained. That's a cool name. No, game, we're not allowed to say that. Bad game. So we're gonna say you actually did it. She said it's very challenging, but I managed to pull it off. She's surprised. Oh, she says, honestly, I think I'm more surprised than you are by this. She says, with this, I feel like my skill's a little closer to my grandfather's now. She says, I might have told you this already, but my last name is Lambert. My family is known as a master blacksmiths who make weapons for the Roman Emperor himself, but my grandfather was the most skilled in the whole family. My parents died when I was young, so he ended up raising me and becoming my role model. Even in my earliest memories, I'm still gripping a hammer. It was a tough living, to be sure, but he ended up accepting me as the successor. She says, even so, no matter how many swords I smithed, I always felt like there was something missing. I couldn't figure out what it was. She just knew it bugged the hell out of her. So she says that only now, having smithed this orichalcum armor, she realizes what she was missing. The reason she'll never be like her grandfather. She says all her life she's just been mimicking his techniques. It's obvious in hindsight, but there was something essential missing. She never answered the question, what do I want to do? So she says, from now on, I'm gonna work hard to find the answer to that question. That being said, I think I'm on the cusp of finding it. We're gonna say we support her. She says, thank you. I'm genuinely happy to hear that. She says she didn't mean to keep you here this long. Anyway, if you bring the materials, I can make as many sets of armor as you need. Oh, so we might find more later, chat. Okay. There's just the first of many. Come see me when you find more orichalcum.
That's one down!
Quest shining armor complete. Kathleen's approval is maxed out. She can now forge orichalcum armor. And we'll presumably have another cutscene. Since the approval maxed.
Gotta hand it to you, Adol. Your swordsmanship has come a long way since you washed up on this island.
I'm gonna say I have you to thank for that.
Yes.
Huh. Feels sorta nice to be complimented by a swordsman of your caliber. I keep asking myself, what do I want to do? So I can one day step out of my grandfather's shadow. I told you earlier that I didn't have an answer yet. But after watching you, I think I finally figured it out. I want to forge weapons for people like you, Adol. People who cut paths of hope for us all.
Cut paths of hope. It's an interesting way of putting it.
That's the passion I feel within me. Looking back, I think I've had that passion my whole life. I know it sounds really simple when I say it, but my experiences on this island have helped me understand what that passion actually means.
I'm gonna say I'm glad I could help you. Versus I'll keep rooting for you.
I'm happy to hear that. Someday, I will make a name for myself as a Lambert on my own terms. At last, I understand. I can carry out my own will. That's what my grandfather wanted for me. Knowing that, Adol, I want you to do something for me. Someday, perhaps during your next adventure. If you happen to find yourself in Rom, I want you to visit the Lambert Forge. I'll personally forge the sword that best represents the man you've become.
Again with the crazy camera angle. We'll say I'll definitely pay you a visit. I mean, it's possible she could show up in the sequel.
I'm honored to hear that. When that day comes, I'll be ready for you.
Then the ominous music plays. So Sahad, what does the armor look like? It is an armor that gives 237 defense, 200 health, and 10% crit. Shining Chronos, the ultimate armor of Evil's Bane, made from pure orichalcum. Crit damage on Sahad is interesting. I guess we could see how this goes. It does have... See, I don't like the fact that it's only 50 defense more, but I'm kind of greedy for the crit chance. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of greedy for the crit chance.
How can I help you today?
So for the females, it would have just been 350 health and crit 10%. Less defense though, but more health.
All right. What should I upgrade?
Okay, we can increase Adel's weapons. So let's do that in case we have to solo again.
Leave it to me. All right, finished.
So now has the Hyperion Blade, a powerful sword said to be capable of cleaving the heavens. So now he does an additional 40 a strike, and he's got 1 additional defense. So that should be enough to kind of carry him through everything else. Unfortunately, we do not have enough Dragon Crest Stone to upgrade Laxia. So let's try to do that, because she's kind of in our main party at this point.
Take your time.
So let's take a look at the trade up. Oh, we have just enough Essence Stone to do it.
Oh, done already?
So let's give her an upgrade too.
How can I help you today?
Yeah, this is a significant damage increase for her.
Started. Whew, it's complete.
So now
This one is special.
this one is indeed special. Mercurius Blade, a beautiful sacred sword that can pierce cleanly through anything. So there we go, Chad. We have all upgraded weapons except for Rakota and Hummel. I mean, yeah, that seems about right. And again, the only person with a completely maxed weapon is Sahad, because of course. Although Donna's not too far off, honestly. Now, the downside to this, as I said before, is I would have liked to craft something else. Oh! Oh, wow, chat. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I wish I had more Dragon Crest Stone. Can we make this? 25 crit is absolutely worth it. I might even do that on Sahad and switch his armor back, honestly. What I was hoping to get was this item, chat. We need one more one more hide, and we could get something that gives us a lot of health. Yeah, I didn't realize that was 25% crit. That's a huge difference. We've gathered horns from other fights. And honestly, if this is on Adol, this is kind of like the perfect solo item for him, because it just makes him tankier, gives him more damage, better crit. Although Hellfire Gauntlets aren't too bad. The other thing I wanted to look at, the Blood Moon Charm. Yeah, unfortunately, just that Saurian, it's a shame. I mean, it gives another 25 strength, so that would have been pretty good for Donna, because she's already pretty powerful. She would have gotten almost 700 attack with this. And again, since she gets health based off of damage, I mean, this just kind of plays into itself, really. I don't really think any of these other items are worth it whatsoever, though.
Well, come again.
Where could we go to potentially get more of it is the question. What was a good place? Not the tower. Temple approach. I feel like they made the monster stronger on the trail. So let's take a quick look at this to see if that tough to kill monster is here.
See something.
Wow, that enemy does like no damage to us.
See something.
Yeah, chat, we're only taking like 22 damage. That's kind of sad for the enemy, really.
There's something there.
Yeah, chat was pointing out there was one for fishing skill +2. I don't think we actually need it, though. We just have one big fish to find eventually. Well, that was just rude of the enemy. That was just rude, chat. I think there was a dinosaur in this cave that I want. Right? Wasn't it in this cave we fought the flamethrower breath, or did they reset him already? I guess that was only the first time I was in here? Oh no, he's over here. Yeah, I was looking for this guy, chat. In like a not super hard area.
Here we go. Here we go.
See, here's an example of when I'd want to do extra skill, because this thing just does so much damage. Oh, I thought I had extra skill there. Oops. And unfortunately, that burn damage is kind of intense. Oh, Laxia, what are you even aiming at? Okay, I'm gonna switch to her, because she has no idea what she's doing. Oh, thank you, 40% evade, not triggering any of those times. What a dangerous encounter, chat. What a dangerous, dangerous fight. Why does it do so much damage? Stop it. Oh, I died as her. That's unfortunate. Insane how much damage this thing does, chat. Insane. The worst part about that, chat, is I still didn't get the item that I needed. Like, really? Really? Let's go back to the village. There's no way to trade for it, though. I think that's what annoys me about this. It's like, like, we could get more Dragon Crest Stone, which, I mean, I guess we might as well as. And we can even get the horns if we needed more, but we can't get that one specific item I'm looking for. Unless I'm missing it. I really didn't see it up here. So the only way to get it is to fight that thing over and over again. So I'll give it like one more attempt, but I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because it just kills our resources. Hello. I forget, did we get enough Aura Grass? No, we're one shy of getting an upgrade. Well, we'll give Sahad more experience, because why not? Where else did we fight the fire breather, chat? I'm trying to recall. I don't think it was anywhere else. Well, anyway, let's give the pumpkin bread while or pumpkin pie over to Mishi while I still remember it. Oh, the Eternal Hills, that's right. There was one there. Come here, Mishi. Let's see what you have for us. Presumably, this is one of the last recipes in the game. If there's more, I don't know how to get them. Oh, we had 2 dishes for him. Quickly devoured the food. Looks like he's still hungry. Now he can have the great pumpkin pie. He seemed happy, so presumably we're getting an item. Oh, a special cutscene. Dakota says, I've never been this full before. Take my most prized possession. Received Earth Orb in exchange. Almost says this must be rare. Donna says this is without question a piece of Essence equipment from the Eternian era. Well, he's saying to take it. Well, we're gonna thank him. He says you're very welcome. Also, since he's so full, he doesn't need any more food. Oh, he did wolf down all that food pretty fast. We should get going. Safe travels, Mishi. Okay, chat, so let's see what it is. It's not adventuring gear. It must be an accessory. Null all, strength defense 25, immunity to all status ailments. Come here, Adel. If we're gonna do any boss fights, chat, I would like him to just be immune. So this is a pretty solid upgrade for Adel. So fortunately I didn't die as Laxia, because I want that evade rate. Seriously, we had a 45% evade rate and she didn't dodge 4 times in a row. That's terrible luck. Let's briefly go to the hills just to see if I could get that upgrade.
Oh, there's something there.
Right there.
So we'll try this again. Again, we might get more Dragon Crest Stone, which is also good for us. Oh, I'm gonna dodge the tail swipe. Again, we're gonna abuse Laxia's hit stun to kind of deal with this enemy. She does poison him, so that'll also help us deal more damage. I don't want to be in front of him right now, so I'm gonna go to the side. I'm gonna jump now, because I'm scared of the tail, and I dodged it. We're a little low on SP, which is not great. Oh, we actually stunned it. Oh, hit stun is so good, chat. I think specifically against nasty bosses like this, we need Laxia. We still did not get the item I'm looking for. Oh, chat, is it like a rare drop or something? Like, come on, how many of these do I have to kill for it? I can't even defeat these enemies for it. Profound sadness, chat. I'll hit these just because I need meter, not because I want to fight it. Well, since the game is being mean to us, let's just go back to the Sky Garden for a bit. Alright, who have we not fished with? I guess probably Rakota.
Like a good fishing spot.
So chat was saying they saw a big fish here somewhere? Oh, is it like over here or something and I just didn't notice? I mean, I see the fish over there, but I don't see, like, the big fish, as it were. It's gone. Oh well. So let's reset that one enemy. I mean, Laxia with her hit stun is really good. Again, that's why I was kind of hoping some of the other characters got the hit stun. Like, Donna's really mobile. And again, if we got that health up, it would probably help us. So we're going to do the same kind of thing. So we're going to go for the hit stun into something that gives us meter, into the hit stun. I'm going to jump. Or it'll just eat my other jump input. That's cute. I want to dodge. Dodge. Okay, I'm going to pause time. Hopefully our allies can get a lot of hits in. She's doing 1 damage. Are you serious? Are you totally serious right now? I did 1 damage, chat. That was sad. That was easily the worst one that we've ever done. Well, actually stunned it. Nice. I'm gonna make sure Sahad gets the kill in case his thing influences the drops. I still don't think we got it. Really? Painful, chat. It's like we got everything but that. Oops, I don't want to talk to you, Sylvia. It's fine.
Hey, welcome! Oh, done already?
Yeah, because that other recipe needed 2.
See you later!
Alright, chat. This is the last try. I mean, I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job against this enemy now. Like, I figured out my own strategy, but if the game doesn't want to give it to us, I'm not going to waste more time. This will just be practice against the future boss. Oop, that's not who I thought I was using. There we go. Alright, we're building a little meter back. I don't know why our allies are not attacking, which is really concerning. But yeah, this hit stun is very cheesy to use on this enemy. And it looks like Laxia's like 45% evade is basically making her immune to damage. So this is a pretty good setup, honestly.
Let's go.
Alright, I'm gonna make sure Sahad gets the final blow. So we got the skill finish. we still didn't get it. Okay, I'm giving up, chat. The game doesn't want to give it to us. We killed like 5 of those. Whatever. It's fine, we don't need it. So anyway, let's see. I think I should take a short break for refilling my drink, and I think after that, we can go ahead and see where the plot takes us. So I will be right back in just a few moments.